if I had broken it down into monthly mortgage payment, I would have definitely made a different choice.
Have you ever heard that taking on a loan is dangerous and it's like bad to borrow from banks? This can be true and false at the same time. The key is actually to understand how debt can hurt or help you. And debts can be simplified into like two types, like for example, good debt and bad debt. And the main difference is that good debt generally brings you income while bad debt gives you liabilities. Hi, I'm Ivan.
And I'm Shawn.
And we are the co-founders of
Quadrant.
In our series of videos, we'll be sharing with you property investment knowledge, strategies, and tips. So hit the subscribe button below and to make sure you tune in to our channel. So, what is good debt versus bad debt?
To me, actually, good debt basically makes you money and bad debt makes you spend money. Now, the thing is this, is that this actually, the main confusion comes in when we have no context of time. For example, when we buy a property that actually bleeds us $500 a month, this typically is being classified as bad debt. However, when we actually sell this property, let's say 5 years later and make $200,000 in capital appreciation, now this bleeding of $500 a month now becomes very insignificant. And since overall we make money, this actually kind of classified as good debt.
Therefore, we cannot see investments on a short-term basis. Like all property investments should be looked on like in a mid-term to long-term basis of at least a 5 years horizon. See, debt it will ultimately just amplify your gains or loss in any investment. There is this saying that debt is always a double-edged sword, and this is totally true. Therefore, like in countries like Singapore, the government actually has regulated how much one can borrow to limit the downsides of debt. And overall regulations such as like total debt servicing ratio by our government only allows a 60% borrowing based on like income and minusing off expenses. Yeah. So furthermore, right, this is actually based on the stress test of 3.5% interest rate for like residential and even higher at 4.5% for like commercial and industrial properties. This means that an investor, right, have to fulfill a 60% cap for total debt servicing ratio at the interest rate of like 3.5 and 4.5. And this is actually a very good measure. It's meant to help investors buy within their means and to tide through any potential economic uncertainty. So in my point of view, right, this is a very good measure, right, to make sure that we cap any speculation.
And here's a debt-free investment tip for you. Subscribe and like our videos. It really helps our channel a lot, and so that we can bring you guys more information on property investment. And now to a property tip, right? A tip to how to manage debt properly is actually to look at debt on a monthly payable basis rather than looking at a full debt. For example, getting a $300,000 or $400,000 in loan can look really scary. And I just want to share with you guys my personal experience. When I was like 25 years old, I was actually given an opportunity to purchase my first home. I had two choices. One was $550,000 and the other was $450,000. And actually, I still remember I made the decision based on the amount of debt that I was about to take and ended up choosing the $450,000 home. But the thing is this, if we look at the $450,000 property purchase with a 75% loan, 1.6% interest, in this scenario was 25 years loan tenure, the mortgage was actually $1,365. And if I bought the $550,000 property, the mortgage would have been $1,600 over dollars, which is, if I went to calculate it, it's only about $300 per month difference. Then now looking back at today's sales price, the $550,000 home would actually have appreciated more in value because it was in a way better location as compared to the $450,000 one that I bought.
That's like a very good lesson for you, huh?
Yes, but I was really young at that point of time, you know. So I mean, it's just only natural. I feel like it's only natural for me to feel a bit afraid of that additional 100k in debt. So, but the thing is this: if I had broken it down into monthly mortgage payment, I would have definitely made a different choice.
My take is that other than breaking down the whole loan quantum into a monthly installment portion, right, it is also important to make sure that we have a strong safety net of at least like 6 to 18 months, right, so that we can make sure we can pay the monthly installments even though if I lose my job or like have a downsizing in my salary. After all, when done right, property investment should still be valid and cashing out on the investment is like always an option. And personally, right, I would actually make sure I have more than 1 year's worth of monthly installment.
Why 1 year, not 6 months?
The key is to make sure that I can sleep very soundly at night lah. Yeah.
Ultimately, if you do not understand debt, then any debt will be too much debt. Know what you're doing before taking on any loans. Another point to really take into consideration is to understand at what stage of life are you at today. If you're actually closing towards your retirement age, then you want to reconsider taking on any form of debt, as banks typically gives you a short loan tenure which results in a higher mortgage, and that's just give you a weaker holding power. Whereas if you are a working adult with a strong job track record, then you can choose to take on more debt to really take advantage of your job stability and security.
So guys, I hope you have been learning something from this video today, and remember to give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel to once again so that we can provide you with much more value. So I'm Ivan.
Shawn.
See you. Bye.